Oh, there we go. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday morning business chat for August 4th. And pretty exciting to think about 2 weeks from today. Robin and I will already have arrived in Florida because we're leaving on Wednesday. Probably many of you that are physically attending will be flying on Thursday. There's a Thursday evening reception, and the conference starts bright and early on Friday morning, all day Friday, all day Saturday, with a whole series of activities. And so we're going to be talking a little bit this morning about what to do, preparation for the conference, maybe a few ideas when we're there. And that'll probably fill some of our calls for the next couple of weeks leading up to it. Especially on our Monday call, we're going to be providing, I know Robin and Liz and a few others are working on a list of conference preparation, considerations, things you want to take in process. Okay, well, you can't, because,
Hold it back to your face.
can you see it now?
No, here, let me hold.
Never mind.
But we do want to say that they opened up a limited supply of live tickets. So if you
And
know-
in 57 minutes at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, they're opening back up on-site conference registration. So if you know anybody in your team that's lamenting that they should have bought a ticket and couldn't, they'll probably sell out within an hour. Okay, because a notice went out to the field. You should have gotten one. And just a little nudge and reminder, and so we probably won't drag this call on long, because maybe there's a few phone calls you should make. Hey, good news. There's some additional tickets. I know you're kind of on the fence. If you want to get one, they're going on sale. They rearranged the stage to allow for more seating. And those tickets go on sale at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 56 minutes from now. So be quick if you want them. So, but before we jump into, so we are going to, on today's call, we are going to discuss and kind of have some open discussion. We're going into echo mode again. Somebody might have, I don't think it was Robin. I think it was somebody else might have had their phone and their computer going. That's what happens if you log on twice. You can create quite an interesting audio, situation for us. But what we want to touch on briefly today, it doesn't affect all of you, it affects some of you, some more than less. But if you haven't heard, the company's run into a little hiccup or a little challenge with Health Canada. And Health Canada went back and says, you know what? We think you need to give us more information on some of your products to continue making the claims that you're making. And it's probably because they haven't looked at, or maybe some of our clinical trials haven't been properly provided them. No blame anywhere. But in reality, they're asking us to provide some additional information on some of our products, which is going to cause a little interruption in supply of a few of them. And specifically, I think it's Energy, Carnosine, and Glutathione.
Have to be renamed.
They're actually asking us to rename those products. Why, I don't know. The wonderful world of bureaucracy, right? But they will continue to be made available to people in Canada, but they're going to have to shift them from available for resale to what's called NFR, not for resale. Okay. And so chances are, and so if you're in Canada and you're trying to order any one of those three products, Energy or Glutathione, the cat's walking on my keyboard now, Carnosine or Glutathione, there may be a temporary interruption in supply.
No.
Oh,
no.
Robin, there was a call yesterday that I couldn't listen to. I was at my chiropractor's office, had to get my head put on straight. And but Robin, there was a call yesterday for the Canadians And so I'm going to pass it over to Robin. I'm going to zip my lip and let Robin, tell you what you
Yeah.
heard on the call and answer a few questions.
Yeah, and I know several of you that are on this call were on that call, so please fill in. So they have to provide additional clinical proof to Health Canada for 8 of the products. And they have hired a consultant that's their specialty. They're used to working with Health Canada. They know exactly what they need to get them. They're totally on it. It's going to happen as quickly as possible. But there's 3 products that are not available to put in a kit or in an original order, so to speak. So to purchase them, you still can purchase them. So if you're in Canada and you want to get Energy, Carnosine, and Glutathione, those 3 patches need to be renamed, because from Health Canada's perspective, those names are creating a claim. So they don't want you to create any claims about any of the products. The 8 patches that are X39, X49, Energy Enhancer, Carnosine, Glutathione, Eon, Silent Night, and SB6. IceWave, no problem. But you can go if you want Energy, Carnosine, and Glutathione to be shipped to Canada. You have to go to the store and go to the tab that says not for resale, NFR.
R. Mhm.
NFR, and you can purchase those. And what will happen is they will get shipped from the US warehouse with a different SKU, and you can get them. Now, the question comes up, what about the PCs that get those samples? No problem for those. Those are not for resale, they are samples. Those will continue just as they've always been. But what's important is that we cannot use the names of Energy Enhancer, Carnosine, and Glutathione in Canada, and they will be renamed, and they're totally on it. And Lori has been through this kind of thing before with Health Canada. She's Canadian, and so she is totally empathic about what everyone in Canada is going through. It's a hiccup, it's an inconvenience, it's unfortunate, but they've got the team, they're working on it. They just found out, they put that webinar together yesterday. They'll be sending out the recording for that, and that will answer a lot of questions for people. They did a wonderful Q&A, and when we get that recording, we'll make it available for people so that, and Judy, Daniel, are you on the line? Or any of our Canadians, because if you have a Canadian home base here, they will send you that information, and whoever gets it first, send it to us, and we'll get it to everybody. But it's a temporary hiccup. And so if you're doing like a trade show in Canada, you cannot use the names of any of those. They said, if you have a banner, blank out those names. This is temporary. They have a consultant who is working very closely with Health Canada and will get them all the information that they need in the clinical proof. Fortunately, we've got tons of it. So it's just gathering it together and getting the information and getting things renamed. So it's a hiccup, but it's not a problem. You can get everything. It's just you have to do a little workaround for that. So we just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. And
Maybe anybody that was on the call
is there anyone that is present this morning that was on the call?
who wants to fill in any of the blanks? Go ahead,
I think
Ravel.
Ravel was on the call, and you're great with details. What did I miss, Ravel? You're master.
You missed nothing, Robin. Thanks for your leadership on this and being so proactive. And I got that sense as well from LifeWave. I was very impressed with what Lori had to say about providing Health Canada with material and clinical studies over the past 2 months. Obviously, just as you said, Robin, LifeWave is completely on top of it and very obviously very much a leader in terms of ensuring that compliance is met, which really gives me a lot of comfort about this company being around for a very long time. Thanks.
Great. Well, oh boy. Because Ravel is our master with details, and she's totally on it. And I saw her on the call asking some good questions, and there was some great Q&A that went on. So for those of you that have business in Canada, live in Canada, just know that it's a little hiccup. It's a little workaround that we got to go through. So if you want to order those products, you just go to the store and look at the tab that says not for resale, and you can purchase those, no problem. They cannot be on your Canadian auto ship. They can be on a separate auto ship for NSR,
And FR.
and FR.
No,
Yes,
not for
resale.
resale.
Unfortunately, that makes for 2 shipping costs, and that is, again, a temporary inconvenience, but they did a beautiful job explaining things yesterday, and we'll get through this. Life has, business life has hiccups, and we just stay with it, and we'll get through it, and we'll be on the other side. The unfortunate part is it happened 2 weeks before the conference, so they had a few other things on their plate too, but fortunately, they got a great team working on it, and it'll all be fine. Okay,
Questions? Quick-
questions
few
from
quick-
anyone? Raise your hand or unmute your mic. Anyone have a question on that? Okay. And we had a director's call yesterday with a whole bunch of new directors. There
Oh,
were
boy.
13 of them, and
In
so
the month
we'll-
of July.
We'll
Yeah.
gradually kind of go through and have them on our Monday night calls, just so everyone knows. And I think that's the corporate update.
Yeah, I think that was it from the corporate update. That was the main thing. And again, we'll try and keep this call short and end it at 30 minutes, because I want to give you 30 minutes to do an inventory of your team or a nudge, hey, there's a few more tickets available. And maybe it's you. Maybe we're talking to one of you that's on this call that hasn't bought your ticket yet. And there's no excuse now. But there may be some reasons, so that's okay.
Yes.
But we hope we can see most of you and give you a big hug in Orlando 2 weeks from today at the reception next Thursday evening and all throughout the event. So
And I do want to mention in the chat, Christina said, Nirvana's not available there. It is available, and this is in the chat. So thank you, Ravel. Yay, yay, yay.
yeah,
You're a great supporter. It is also available in not for resale. So if you want Nirvana in Canada, you can get it. And they do ask that you do not resell these. You use them for personal use.
uh-huh.
Just, be compliant, support the company. It doesn't, make sense to try to go outside that at this point. We just want to all be protective and move forward.
I think sampling falls out of the category of resale because you're not selling it.
Right.
So that doesn't mean you can't sample an energy or glutathione or, any of the, carnosine to someone. But it's not for resale. And if they like it, then they can place an order from the NFR section of the store. So there you go. Simple solution and a temporary problem with one of the leading health bureaucracies in the world.
Yes. If you can get through Health Canada, I know you lucky Canadians. Yeah, you can get through Health Canada if they get approval.
You can get
Health
in
Canada,
anywhere.
You can get in anywhere. So it's actually in our favor.
I
You
think
know,
the
that
FDA and Health Canada kind of compete,
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
know. You guys have been through a lot
Yeah.
up there.
yeah.
And
So let's talk about the conference for a few minutes. We're gonna, spend a little bit more time, and I think probably by next Monday, we'll be sending out or have a drop down, a list of suggested, things to do and take and, and activities when you're there. But I just want to encourage everyone, since we're 2 weeks out, to really get clear on who's going and who's not going. And the ones that aren't going should be attending virtually. And maybe they have full-time jobs and they can't be there, but they still need to register so they can go home after work and watch the replays, And one of the things we all should be doing is those are the people that you have on your team that aren't there with you. You need to know, because if you're there and they're not, you could be sending them texts saying, oh my God, David just said this. Oh, Lori just said that. You're telling everybody all these things. So when they get home from work, they're going to go right to the replay, So I think we just build that enthusiasm and excitement about it. So I think it's really important, first of all, to know who's going to physically be there, and everyone else, if they're engaged in LifeWave, they're not just a customer, if they're a distributor serious about sharing and maybe earning some supplementary or serious income, they have to buy a ticket for the virtual attendance. There is a cutoff point for that. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if anyone knows what the
I
cutoff.
actually, Gregory, this is Heidi from Pocatello,
Yes.
Idaho. I actually called corporate yesterday morning to ask that very question about when the cutoff is for the virtual.
Yes.
I believe I was talking to Whitney. She said that they are going to have it go right up until the day of the event. And so,
Oh, good.
so I was so relieved of that because I thought I'm going to be traveling across country. I decided to drive it out my 3-day travel, and I'm going to be picking up people along the way.
Yay, Heidi.
Virtually speaking, of course.
And anyone who gets a virtual ticket or a live ticket, yes, and Kay, we're gonna get to your question in just a sec. You have access to the recordings of the event for 2 weeks. So I don't know if Gregory knows this yet, we're gonna organize a watch party after the event at our house with some prospects.
I didn't
from
know that.
Local distributors and get together because there's so much exciting things that will be unfolding, and they have been incredibly tight-lipped about it more than ever. But if you listen to the Oz interview with David, and if you haven't, you want to, in Live Younger Success, under the library, under David Schmidt videos, it's the top right, or the top left is just English. Top right is English and Spanish. If you have anyone who's speaks Spanish, and he dropped a few curiosity points that you'll be so happy that you're watching or you're there. And so we want to share that great energy and excitement with our local team. And so we invite you to do that also. And for those of you that have a virtual ticket, invite people over, have a party.
Go ahead, Kay.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My question is this, unless I missed it, I don't feel like I've seen anything on purchasing a virtual ticket. I purchased mine like 9 months ago, but I'm speaking for my people. How does one purchase a virtual ticket? And could you possibly get the company sending out emails every 3 or 4 days about that?
Heidi's got her hand up. Heidi, you want to share?
I was actually going to say how to do what I just said that Whitney taught me how to do yesterday. So all the customers need, because they don't need an ID number like we as distributors have or preferred customers have. So you can actually give your ID number to your customers, and then they in turn register by calling the corporate office. And I have the phone number in my phone, but
yeah.
Then and it's only Monday through Friday that they can do that to register, and then they just add their email address and they receive the link, even though it's your distributor ID number. So it's all the separate emails. So you can have unlimited emails connected to the link where they're paying for that virtual attendance.
But my question is there not some email, can there not be some email or something that you just click on a link and go online to order? Surely we don't all have to
For
call.
distributors.
Okay, in every single newsletter that goes out every week, that link is there.
For virtual?
It's for both.
So it's same place
It's
for
the same
registration.
place. When you register,
Okay.
they give you the option of virtual and live.
Oh,
So you're
good.
talking the corporate emails.
No,
No.
I'm talking our Live Younger newsletter. It's in
I had not noticed it there, but I do think
It's
it'd
in
be
there.
great if corporate would
No,
give a little more push to the virtual.
Yeah, they
attendance
should.
than
We'll
they've
bring
done.
that up tomorrow or,
today,
oh,
when we
today.
talked to Emily.
Yeah.
And Sarah unfortunately isn't going to be able to attend. And so she has 2 tickets. And Sarah, I recommend you put that in the Live Younger Facebook group first before you release them to corporate, in case there's someone in our community that would like them. Because, 2 weeks out and they are sold
Well, she
out.
wanted to convert them to virtual.
Yeah, well, you have to call the company and they'll
Yeah.
convert them for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. What is the number? It's very hard for me to get to Facebook. We're in and out of the hospital. So
Oh,
how do
no.
how do I call? Who do I call? A phone number is easy on my phone.
Yeah, you just call customer service, and the phone number is 866-202-0065. That's a regular customer service number that is on the bottom in the website. You can click on that. It's easy to find, but I'll I'll put it in the chat for you also.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so
I'll
much.
make the conversion for you. Okay,
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
great. Okay,
Great.
anyone else? Let's see, Michelle has her hand up.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I forgot to unmute. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I love Kay's idea about getting a little push in emails
Yes.
and to distributors. Now, what Heidi was talking about was customers using your ID number. But
Yeah.
I am curious about distributors because I have someone who's a couple levels below me, and she did say, "Oh, I work," and I said, "Not a problem. Just watch the replay." But I decided to just try going into my back office under events and then register, but it wasn't clear if I was registering in person or virtually. So I'm in the newsletter right now, Robin, looking for that link. Is it, I'm just scrolling now to see if it's obvious where it says, are you registering virtually or for in-person attendance?
I
I
just.
can answer that.
Good. Go ahead, Heidi.
So back in March, when I registered for the virtual, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to attend, I tried to do both. So you have to go into the link 2 separate times. The first time you have to go in and register for one, and it doesn't matter which one, virtual or in person. And then you have to go back in it again and register as a distributor for the virtual or so you have to do them as 2 separate transactions, but you can register for both.
Was
I-
that your question, Michelle?
No, I'm confused by what Heidi just said. Why would you register for both in-person and virtual? I
So you
don't
get the
understand what you-
replays. So you get the replays from the virtuals after the fact, even though you're going in person.
You'll get the replays if you sign up for the physical event. You don't have to register
Oh,
twice.
okay.
Yeah, you-
Okay,
You should ask for a credit.
Yeah,
And I just want to make sure everyone knows about LifeWave Business Builders. That is the Facebook group for the company.
let's finish answering Michelle's
yeah,
question.
thank you, Gregory, because I still have
Yep.
a question, Robin, about where in the newsletter. I'm in the newsletter right now. Is it under August 19th, 20th, and then it says click here for
Yep.
updates? It doesn't say click here to register. It just says click here for updates.
So
Is that?
that link has everything from hotel information to registration. If you click on that link, you'll see how to do it.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's
That's
all.
a link for everything.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. Okay.
So I'm still confused. I hate to be this way, but
That's okay.
I'm also looking at the newsletter. And it appears to me that that is for the Orlando event. It doesn't say anything about virtual. You're saying if we click on that Orlando event link in your Monday newsletter this week, that we will get information on signing up for virtual?
You can sign up for either. You go to the same place to sign up for virtual or physical. So when the physical tickets are gone that are going to be available in 35 minutes, you'll still be able to go there and register for virtual in that same place.
Okay, so you just choose register now and it'll give you that choice.
Right. Just like when you choose purchase now, it's for a new customer, it gives you a choice of retail or preferred.
Okay,
It's register, it's going to give you the 2 registration options.
Okay, so yeah, I just clicked on the link
I did.
and click on register now, and then it should give you the option. I did it recently, and you have to fill out all the information. Then when you get to the next page, it's going to give you the option of virtual or live.
I appreciate that very much. I wonder if it could be separated out in next week's newsletter, so it's more evident that that's how they would
we
sign
will-
up. for
And
virtual.
they don't.
We will do that in our newsletter. We'll
That's
put
what
a
I'm
big
speaking
push-
about, is your newsletter.
We'll
I-
put a big push next Monday about registering virtual, and we'll walk people through the process.
Great, thank you.
No, it's a really good suggestion. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we got a few minutes left. Any questions or comments?
I want to take on to Live Younger Success. Liz has created a whole section
Oh.
on Live Younger Success in the library and in what's new and in the library. If you, well, let's click on what's new. And if you go there and you look at upcoming events, there is a whole section on the conference. And for hotel reservations and click here, let's see here, upcoming events.
Robin,
and I
it's
were looking-
also in the Live Younger Success Resources documents. It's at the
Okay.
very top of the document section.
That's, thank you. Okay, the very top of the document section.
So here
Go
now
to
we're on.
library,
Okay,
go to
so,
library. No, go to library, Gregory.
Oh.
There you go.
Library, yeah.
Slide down
okay,
to
Resource-
resources and documents.
okay.
And then at the very top of the page, it's not numbered, but slide down and it's right there.
A whole bunch
Okay.
of resources, everything from, you can get menus, you know, if you are on, you know, have a certain kind of specific diet, you can look at the menus for the restaurants.
It doesn't
You
show you
can-
how to register here, though. right?
No, but I'm just giving.
Maybe we want to
you-
put the registration link there, Liz.
I will.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Okay,
and did we talk about digital business cards? We just
Well,
talked about it yesterday.
we'll do that on Monday. It's,
Do that on
we only
Monday
have
night.
2 minutes left. I want to end on time today.
Okay,
But
Okay.
this is some nice information about digital business cards. We discussed on our director's call. You can check it out on your own. But you can have a digital business card with your, with a QR code that'll take them to you.
yeah, and we're also gonna put up this wonderful sheet that Liz created. We got a few little tweaks, and it's on convention essentials. You know, what to bring with you, prepare, you know, make sure you have comfortable shoes, your laptop charger, you know, all kinds of wonderful reminders. So this will be in a PDF document on that section also.
So Kay's posted $79 for virtual registration. Thank you very much. So that's a clarification. Any final questions about the conference registration or anything? And we will jump into more detail on Monday evening. But
Gregory, Heidi is, I think it's Heidi is asking, what's the current amount for virtual?
They,
Oh,
they
I
just
guess
mentioned
she's
it,
asking
79, it's in
dollar
the
amount.
chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
And, you know, I do want to say, you know, what Ravel mentioned, they did say the cutoff was October 16th for virtual, even though the customer service person said all
August
the way,
16th.
August 16th, all the way up to the date. I would say August 16th. I would stay with that one because that's the date I have consistently heard. It's not all the way up to the moment. So just know that,
I know last year they had a technical challenge with the technology provider who gives, that's broadcasting it. It's a pretty elaborate technology platform to get all these multi-cameras and everything and broadcasted. And they had a limitation there. Maybe they've overcome that limitation. So I don't see why they wouldn't accept registration the same day, but I'm not in charge. But it's a technology challenge. So.
you're safe if you get your virtual registration by the 16th.
And we'll check on that also with Emily, and we'll make a big deal of that on Monday evening for everyone and in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we covered a lot of ground and it went quickly. And any final comments from anyone about it? Otherwise, I'd like to call this call a wrap and give you a chance. If there's someone on your team that may make that big decision to buy a physical attendance ticket, they go on sale in 29 minutes.
Gregory and Robin, is there transportation from the airport to the hotel? Our flight keeps getting pushed back later and later, and we're not arriving until after 11 o'clock Thursday night.
I think, I don't know.
Does anyone else have that information?
Yeah,
I mean, I've
And-
been told by the hotel that there is no transportation available, and then I hear, no, there is. So I'm really unclear.
okay.
Yeah, we'll get that clarification, Julianne, excuse me. And we'll have that also by Monday.
Okay, thank you so much.
And
Sun-
Gregory, maybe we'll put a list of transportation options in there, but Uber is a great transportation option.
This is Sunshower and Groom, Groome, is one. I found out, I mean, I'm getting to the airport to Phoenix, you know, that way, but then I found out that there is one in Orlando.
Nice.
Okay.
So
And
we'll
I,
add that to our Monday list in our
should-
website.
Are you writing
I
notes?
have something I could tell you. I looked at my hotel and it says shuttle from airport. So
Oh,
I
good.
did find that out. So maybe you can look on the website for your hotel.
I talked to the site venue and they don't have one.
Okay.
There's different hotels that people are staying at. so-
Right, the
some
site venue, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna change the subject completely before we close. I listened to the new member webinar yesterday for the first time. I recommend everyone, whether you're new or not, because you're gonna have new people and you want them to listen to it. This will be a huge contribution and save you time with your new people, but you may
Mhm.
learn some really cool stuff. So if you go to Lifeway Business Builders Facebook group. If you're not a member, you want to become a member and invite all of your distributors. Listen, it's always on there live, so you can listen to it. Emily does a fabulous job of explaining how to navigate around the resources available, how to get started. She does a wonderful job for someone that's new. And so I recommend everyone, and Sunshower was on there yesterday with her new person, and she even won, and they always have gifts. And she won a sleeve of X39, I think. So there's benefits to be on, but please watch it because you will learn something and all your new people will get them off to a great start.
Okay.
I had
well,
one more thing I wanted to say. I know
Yeah,
we're
go ahead.
running over, but
Oh,
I
that's okay.
have 2 new people I got on Monday.
Uh-huh.
And one of them said to me, she's in Canada, she can't get Nirvana, but
uh.
she also said, don't you have, like, you can just send me the events and then I can put it all on my calendar by just clicking on it. And I was like, excuse me, I'm a little bit older than you, honey, and I don't know what that means. She wants to be plugged into everything. And she's like, you should be able to send me something. And I just click add it to my calendar and all of it will pop up. She's in other MLMs. And I was like, I'll find out for you.
Okay.
And and I didn't know there was a call last night. There's so many things that we can plug into that I'm like, I gotta figure it all out and make sure it's on my calendar. I figured out y'all's calls though, so.
Oh, good. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Gregory's taking notes. So we've got a lot to add to the Monday night call. Thank you for being here. Wonderful to be together on our Thursday morning business chat. I know we're going to see a lot of you in person and the rest of you will be with you in spirit virtually.
Thanks,
I can't
everyone.
wait to get my name tag.
Bye.
Woohoo!
Me too.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you
Thank you, everybody.
You look younger, Gregory.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Bye.
See y'all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you all.
Thank you.